Hi everyone, and first of all, thanks to Chirag for having me in this video. Um, Talking about myself, my name is Jhamtani, and I have done my bachelor's in computer science and engineering with specialization in cloud computing. So yeah, techie stuffs. So I'm an IT professional as well, and I like to do freelancing as a hobby to me. And people do freelancing for just for money, or maybe they have like a side income to them or a second income to them. But for me, freelancing is a hobby to me, and I really like doing work for other people. It enhances my skills, so that's why I like freelancing, and that's all about me. That's introduction about me. So, taking the second question, who is a website designer? Can anyone become a website designer? So, see, first of all, you need to understand there is a very major misconception in people, and they think that website development and web designing, they are both are the same thing.
So a web designer is someone who has like a lot of creativity and imagination, whereas a web developer is someone who makes the internal working of the website work. If you have some creative graphic skills, you have your color palettes ready, or typography, or like CSS, or these are the things that a web designer needs to consider. And for a web developer, he needs to build like he needs to have the codes ready with him, whether it be in PHP, whether it be in LAMP stack, whether it be in Mean or Mern stack. So these are the skills you need to have for a web designer or a web developer. The tools that a web designer use is Adobe Photoshop, XD, Illustrator. These are the things that you should be knowing as a web designer. And as a web developer, you should know how to use the IDE and some servers, a repository where you can store all your code, and these are the things that you need to know as a web developer.
So you need to keep this in mind that there is a major difference in between a website designer and a website developer. So, can anyone become a website designer? Yes, obviously, anyone can become a website designer. Like I just said, that you need to clarify your thought to become a website designer. You need to use tools such as Adobe XD, Adobe Photoshop, and other Adobe Suite. If you are a website developer, you need to know the code, and very from starting from the very basic, you need to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So, taking over to the third question, what's my morning routine and what's my biggest motivation? So, usually I wake up around at 6:30 a.m. and then I go for a walk. I have my bath, I have my breakfast, and after that, around 9 a.m., I check my mails, may it be Gmail, may it be Outlook, and see to it like, is there anything important that needs to be done today, or is there anything that I need to add to my schedule for today. So that's like my daily morning routine. And the biggest motivation, you can call it like, if you are from the tech background, you must be knowing there's a website named Awards. So it's exactly like Filmfare for website developers or designers. So I just want that any of my website that I create stands out to that level and it gets featured on awards. So that's my biggest motivation. So moving on to the next question, hiring a professional website designer to make your stuffs or website or whatever for your business or anything. So you need to consider a professional web designer to start your business on web or anything like that, as there are many stuffs that he or she has learned over the years which you might not get while setting up your website. So if you are new to this game, you might take at least 6 months to understand all those hosting, those DNS and other stuffs. Like there are many platforms where you can without coding the stuffs you can make your websites such as WordPress, Wix, etc. But they also require some kind of design thinking on it, like how it should be looking, how the user flow is there. So these are all the things that a professional web designer has already taken care of for you. There are many services that a professional website designer would give you, such as support for your website, the design language for your website, the user the user experience and the UI for the website. After your making of the website, there are other stuffs that needs to be taken care of, such as ranking it on Google and making sure the right keywords are there. So whole and soul, a website designer or a professional website designer is very important if you are looking to switch into the from a local market to the web and targeting your audience through web. And right now in India, or you can say worldwide, the digital consumption for everything is like on a boost, and thanks to lockdown everything has become online. Having a professional web designer for your very good business needs and is a must from my end. So moving on to the next question, that is outlook on WordPress versus Wix. So first of all, I would like to thank you for adding this question. Like, this is a question that needs to be talked about, and lot of people have this misconception that using WordPress for their website would cause security issues to them, or it's a very easy platform to use it. So that I would show you some examples. This is Walt Disney Company. This is based on WordPress. You can see right now, like, it's not a fake or something like that. It's there on your on the screen that it's made on WordPress. Usain Bolt's like portfolio website is on WordPress. Microsoft company's blog is on WordPress. So these tech companies are using this. So there is nothing like to be scared about using WordPress or a website builder or anything like that. So if we talk about the market share of WordPress, that is 37%. I'm a person who likes to talk about facts and figures. So you can, like, right now see 37%. So overall the website that are there in world is somewhere around 170 billion, and out of which 37% are already built on WordPress. So you can imagine the power that this website builder is giving you, that 37% of the total market share is trusting this WordPress. So as you just saw that WordPress market share is around 37%. So let's come back to the original question, that was outlook on WordPress versus Wix. So Wix is fairly new to this game, and WordPress provides you a variety of extendability to your website in the form of plugins. So that's why I prefer WordPress over Wix. Over Wix and WordPress, I won't say I choose Squarespace, but it's somewhere in the middle. So Squarespace is fairly used in the western region of the world, and in the Asian region, WordPress is more frequently used. So these are all website builders. They provide you the functionality to make your website by yourself. So these are really powerful tools if you know how to use them. And you can create beautiful pieces of art using these technologies. I would never say that it would take over the code, like the coded website and the stacks that are there in web development. But yeah, it's something that people need to understand, that WordPress is something that that gives you a fair chance to, like when you compare both code and WordPress or website builder, there is a fair competition in between both of them. So that's my old outlook on WordPress and Wix. Moving on to the next question, that is key pointers while designing a website. So there are 6 key pointers that I keep in mind while designing my website. Namely, these are navigation, visual design, content, web friendly or mobile friendly, the interaction of the website, and
conversion.
website can give you. So the navigation needs to be very clear, that how a user will move from one page to another and why should he move to another page. These are the things that you need to keep in mind if you are a web developer or a website designer. The second thing is the visual effects, or you can say visual design. So that is the first thing that a person eyes catches, because the design, if he likes or she likes the design, they will remain on the website. So you need to be crystal clear with your visual designs. The third thing is the content. So if you make original content, or you can say the content is very premium, so those things help you in 2 ways. One is it catches the eyes of the user, and another one is it helps you in SEO of the website. The next thing is the mobile friendly. Nowadays everybody has a smartphone and everybody is scrolling the web pages and everything on their smartphones. They need everything to be on the go. So you need to be very clear that your designs or your visual effects are crystal clear with and they are mobile friendly for your designs. That is somehow Google also makes your website indexed for mobile and everything like that. The fifth thing is the interaction, how your website interacts with your, you can say, how your website interacts with the users. So basically there needs to be some forms, there needs to be some newsletters sign up, or there needs to be a subscribe button or something like that. So all these things should be at a very premium location on the website, or after like you provide a very premium content, and then there should be a sign up form or a subscription for the newsletter. So these are all the things that you need to keep in mind. Another one, the last but not the least, is the conversations. So in the market, in the web development and digital marketing space, the conversations are known as, like when you sell a product, that is counted as a conversion. So when you have a website, so how many people they are like you are getting from that website, or how many people are purchasing your product from that website, that is counted as a conversions. So these are the key features that you need to keep in mind while designing your website. So the next question is what makes a website unique? So you can see in my background there is the last like you can say this website has been created 2 days back. So if you see to the design, it's very complex, and you can say it's like I would say you should always give your user or your client something extra, right? So normal, while we scroll, that is from top to bottom, but this website, when you scroll it goes from left to right. So this is something extra that you are providing to your client, or that's a visual feel to your website. And same thing is with, like, I have added a music to it. You will be hearing it in a second or two. So these are the things that you need to keep, these are the things that makes a website unique, like adding a music in the background, giving some visual effects to the website, or you can say the major thing is it should be very much mobile friendly, because these days, like I just said, everybody has a smartphone and they are expecting you to make designs or website mobile friendly so that they can use that website on the go. So, and one thing more is also there, that you should always keep your audience in mind while making those websites. So, if you are creating a website or a blog for a gaming community, so that website should have some colors like a dark theme. The color should be neon green or neon blue, because those are the things that people in the gaming community like, right? So you should always know your audience for which for which audience you are making the website, and how you are going to make it. That needs to be very clear in your mind so that you can pitch your ideas to your client, or if you are making a product for yourself, then that will make your website very unique. So moving on to the next question, advice to the people who want to pursue what I do. So starting off with the very basics, first of all you need to decide, like, you want to be a website developer or you want to be a website designer. As I have mentioned in my previous answers, that if you are a designer, then you need to have your Adobe suite ready, like Photoshop, XD. These are the things that you need to work on. But if you are a web developer, then you need to have the basics with you: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, merge tag, means tag. These are the things that you need to know. So if you want to like start with website development, then I would suggest you to start with the very basics, that are HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These should be very clear in your mind. Then you can move on to a lamp stack or merge stack or mean stack. So these are the stacks that are usually used in the web development. These are the full stacks. So if you like React, or you like Vue, or you like Angular, so you can be a front-end developer. But if you have the whole stack ready with you, you can become a full stack developer as well. But if you want to be a website designer, you should know how to use Photoshop. You should know how to use XD, because these are the things that you will create your user experience on this. XD is a very powerful tool to create the user experience, and Photoshop is a very powerful tool to create the UI, or you can say the visual elements for your website. So you need to first clarify in your mind that what you need to do, what you want to do, and then you can choose your track accordingly. So that would be advice from my side. And one thing more, never say no to any work. Even if a client asks you at a very low pay, then even then you should not say no, because at the starting level you will learn a lot from that, because interacting with clients, marketing, like using tools, making your job easy. These are the things that only a client can make you understand, because until and unless you don't have that pressure, I'm from a BTech background, so until and unless we don't feel like any pressure, we don't study for the exams. So same thing is with web development as well. Until and unless a person is there to ask you, like, what is the progress report, what are you doing on, what are the things you are going to do today. So these are the things which will make you understand web development, web designing more. So never say no to a client, whether it's for the starting being, never say no to a client, whether the pay is low or whether the pay is high. So that's the advice from my side. So thank you all for hearing me out. Hope you have something to take away from this video. Always remember that you have one life. Always make an impression that lasts forever. So like I just said, whatever I make, I always try to make it unique. I always try to give something extra to the person I'm talking to, or the client, or anything else. So these are the things that you will understand when you will work for a company, a client, or when you start freelancing, when you know the work. So these are the things you can provide to your client as well. Like you make, like if there is a business, XYZ business, So when people search with the Google Assistant that what is this XY business, the Google should tell those people that yeah, this is a legit business and this is a business that is run by this person. So these are the things you need to keep in mind. So thank you all. That's it.